In this video, we are going to install ESP32 CAM module on any cheap drone. If you ask why ESP32 CAM module, ESP32 have better resolution than stock camera and able to get high frame rate videos at low latency. It has a real-time feedback and does not need additional hardware. It is easy to install and cheap. The requirements are ESP32 CAM module, a programmer for ESP, and a computer that supports Arduino IDE. You can have an external antenna, but it's optional. I also have to mention that there is two types of ESP32 CAM module. One, you have to buy a programming board, and other one that you don't have to buy because it has inbuilt one. I'll be installing this mod on my 40RC V28 PLDC drone. The first step is to install the Arduino IDE software. There is two types. One is stable and nightly builds. I recommending you guys to go with the nightly builds because it's much easier interface than a stable one. This is how the front page will look after you installed the software. You have to go to the board manager, then type ESP32, then install the ESP32 by expressing. Then you have to go to example ESP32 camera and camera web server. In here, you have to connect to the board. You have to connect the ESP32 to your computer. Select the board. Search ESP32 CAM module. Just write ESP32 CAM. You see the first one, and OK. Go to the website that I have given in the description. Click the main. Then copy it. It's a modified copy it, then paste it in the here. It's Control V if you're okay. Then after pasting it, you can change the SSID and password. Then upload. It will take time, depends. So some board require you to click that small button there. So you have to click it. Then it will upload automatically. After upload, you have to click on reset right there. After you click reset, then you can see here. Click on the serial monitor. Just click the reset. So I have clicked right now. I have removed it actually, and I clicked reset. Then you will see this HTTP. Just copy it, paste it on your web server. You can use your phone or your computer. In wiring, you can do it in two ways, which I have found. So if you look in the pin diagram, you can see a 5 volt and ground and 3 volt and ground. So in this diagram, this is the safe way. You connect the battery to a boost converter, then you get a 5 volt output and goes to the ESP32 5 volt input, which is the normal way you should do it. But this is the way I have done. I connected the batteries 4.2 voltage to 3.3 of my ESP32 CAM. I thought it will blow up, but it didn't. It did work. I think it did work better than I expected. You have to connect to the ESP32 Wi-Fi, which will be hosted by the ESP. You can use your phone or the computer. So the default is the name of the Wi-Fi will be ESP32 CAM, and the password will be password, which you can see in the code. You have to connect to that, then you will get to this website. After you typed the HTTP from the Arduino, when you open the browser, you will see this type of website. Now, if you look closely, there is resolution, quality, and if you click start streaming, you can start the stream. You can see the live review and resolution. Quality is basically the bit rate. So higher bit rate will give you better quality image, in this case video. So the clock is frame rate, so it's not equal to frame rate, but if you increase the clock rate you will get more smoother image. But if you increase the clock rate too much, then you will start to get issues in the video. So there is three ways you can mount it. One of the ways, you can put it on top. I have 3D model, it's in description. You can go and download it. In second one, you can use tape to stick the ESP32 on the stock camera. Last one, you can tape it on the bottom, which is not recommended. I've taken one video on the ESP32. The jelly like thing is because of the mount. My mount is not that good, so I just, you will get this kind of jelliness if you are not properly, if the ESP32 is not properly mounted. So this is the first video, second video I have. So this is showing you that I'm recording this at 480p, I mean 320p I think. We can go higher, but I wanted to get more frame rate, so I just done it. The delay will be much lower if you decrease the resolution, and quality if you control the quality. You can see that I just went down even lower. Now it flies very well, and it flies okay. I carried 2 or 3 batteries extra, so the power just went off. You can see right there, my drone got damaged. So be careful about the wiring. I just made a temporary wiring, so it just went off while in the wind, I think. So let's. So this is a comparison. You can see the left side is the stock camera, which was laggy, and the ESP camera is much better. It's not that good, but it's better than the stock camera. If you're, the stock camera is magnified, kind of have some kind of magnification. It's not that good. It's not wide angle camera also. And I want to talk about the wiring. So I heard some people are having issues with the drone, low voltage issue. And let me tell you that it's just due to the wiring. If you have large, thicker wires, like lower AWG rating wires, like go with 16 or below. If you are having drone like mine's 4DRC V20 V28, if you're having that kind of drone, you just need a 16 or 14 gauge wire. um I think 16 or 14 will just do fine with this type of drone. Don't go higher AWG wires, because higher, you're already running at 3 voltage. Increase the throttle, you will require more current. And drone require more current, the resistance on the wire will decrease the voltage. You're already running on 4.2 voltage. And when the current draw increase, uh, it will go below the 2.9. Then the drone will try to land by itself. So just buy 16 gauge or 14 gauge wire. As you saw that my drone went into water, so it's now broken. I have to remove the motor driver. It's burned out, so there will be no videos on 4DRC V28 drone anymore. And thank you for watching.